Qualification pack of trainer, code MEP Q2601. Brief job description. The trainer trains the learners on the occupational standards using preset lesson plans and training materials. They plan for and conduct sessions to impart competency based skills and knowledge. Personal attributes. The individual must have expertise in the technical or vocational domain of instructions. They must have strong communications, organizational and interpersonal skills. They must be quality focused and encourage learner engagement. Additionally, they should remain abreast with the latest trends in their domain and upgrade their facilitation skills. Now the applicable national occupational standards NOS. First, plan and organize for facilitation of a training program. Second, deliver competency based instructor led training session as per session plan. Then facilitate learning of work skills on the job or in a simulated work environment. Undertake assessment of competence as per required standards. Then demonstrate work skills on the job or in a simulated work environment. Apply health and safety practices applicable in a training and assessment environment. Last, apply principles of professional practice at the workplace. Now the sector is management, subsector training and assessment, occupation training delivery, country India or NSQF level 5. Now the minimum education and qualification experience, certificate or I can say certified on the technical or vocational standards that they will be training on or by competent authority. SSC, NCBT, AICT, Industrial Standards Body, Organizational Certification Department, etc. He or she should have relevant educational qualification of the trainer in the respective sector job role. There is no minimum level of education for training in school, and prerequisite license or training not applicable. Minimum job entry age 18 years. That is a review date. Now the first one, plan and organize for facilitation of a training program. Description. This unit is about planning before starting a training program to ensure that is conducted smoothly, meets the learning objectives for the program and is in alignment to the program guidelines. Scope. The unit or task covers the following: interpret learning environment and delivery requirements, modify session plans and resources for delivery, organize training environment. Elements and performance criteria. Interpret learning environment and delivery requirements. To be competent, the user or individual on the job must be able to access, read and interpret the training documentation to determine delivery requirements from authorized source, training documentation, trainer's guide, occupational standards to be achieved, curriculum, training schedule. Then provide recommendation for selection of candidates for training as per the learning objectives of the program. Means which candidates are the eligible for the post. Then PC3 is obtain details of the learners from authorized sources. So details mean all the required documents and from the background of the candidates from the authorized sources. 4. Use available information and documentation to identify group and individual learners' need and relevant learner characteristics. Means those who are from which background or category, age group, whatever they are, we have the trainer should know this information, basic information, so they can teach easily or train the candidate very easily. PC5. Identify training environment requirements like venue, tools, equipment, materials, space, layout and seating arrangement, HVAC, stationery, etc. Then 6. Identify constraints impacting training delivery and relevant risks. So during the training, or identify which things or which place comes under the risk, so they can easily find it out and rectify it. To be competent, the user or individuals on the job must be able to Refine existing learning objectives according to program requirements and specific needs of individual learners. So refine means they can understand which study, what kind of study they can do during the session. So they can easily refine the syllabus or refine the study material or refine the learning program for every individual learner's need. Then modify existing session plans received in line with special learners' needs, time and environment constraints, availability of materials. Then that trainer can be modify the session plans. They can change the time or take the time and schedule their rescheduling their plan. PC9. Document session plans for each segment of the learning program in prescribed and or standard templates. Document session plans means they can which kind of documents or which kind of information they can give or provide for the learning program, so they can easily understand, and what kind of templates they can submit or give to the trainers or learners. PC10. Contextualize learning materials to meet the needs of the specific learner group. So the learning materials that should be the contextuals, and the materials meets the needs to the specific learner group. The what kind of learner group and what are their psychographic and demographic needs or expectation. So the trainer should know what we have to provide them to, what kind of things we have to provide them so the learner can get it easily, efficiently. Organize training environment. To be competent, the user or individual on the job must be able to ensure availability of adequate training materials, facility, technology, tools and equipment in time for delivery of learning session. So during the training session, so lots of things, the materials, the facilities, the technology, the support they can give to the trainee or learners, so learner or the candidate can easily understand to achieve the things. Then PC12. Organize training materials and equipment for easy access and use when required during the course of training. So the training materials, that the things is organized easy accessible, so the learner or trainers or candidate can easily understand, easily get it, and easily they can learn it. Ensure the venue of the training is conducive to learning and in line with professional guidelines, including those mentioned in the training documentation. Ensure the venue of training is conducive to learning and in line with professional guidelines, including those mentioned in the training documentation. PC14. Ensure timely availability of support services as per the requirement by coordinating with training coordinator, support services, pantry service, logistics service, housekeeping and maintenance. Ensure the timely availability means support services, so the coordinating the training team can support their candidates so they can easily accessible. Support services mean pantry services, logistics services, housekeeping and maintenance. Ensure training area is risk-free and equipped with necessary health and safety resources like fire extinguishers, safety sink, signage, clean toilets, dry flooring, security arrangement, etc. So the venue of the training center should be the risk-free. It should have a equipped with like fire extinguisher, safety signage, clean toilets, dry flooring, security arrangement, etc. Confirm overall delivery arrangements. When the training is done, then you have to confirm with the candidates, like by asking the question answering, feedback session, etc. Now is knowledge and understanding. What do you mean by knowledge and understanding? The individual on the job needs to know and understand Training organization systems, policies and procedures such as candidate selection, rationale and purpose of competency based assessment, cost resourcing. So the training organization system, policies and procedures, the candidate selection, the purpose of competency based assessment, that can be meaningful. Organizational record management systems with respect to training and reporting requirements. So the organizational record management system, what are the things or what are the documents in recorded in the management, that is the in respect of training and reporting requirements, should be met. Health and safety environment issues relating to delivery of competency based training. So the health, safety and environment issue is taken care of. Work area inspection procedure and practices. Work area inspection procedure and practice means work area inspection. First we have to inspect the work area, the environment, things. So it will be the practices. Waste and dangerous materials disposal procedures and practices. So you have to check the there is waste or dangerous materials they are in any center, so they can dispose of or not. Then they follow the procedures and practices. Procedures for recording, reporting and maintenance of workplace equipment. You have to take care of the workplace equipments, proper recording, reporting and proper maintaining. The learner group profile, including characteristics and needs of individual learners in the group. The learner group profile means the learner group, the candidates profile, their characteristics and needs of individual learners in the group. We have to understand the requirements of the learning program and our delivery plan and the content purpose. Why we are going there? Why this learning program happen? The delivery plan, how the trainer will deliver, and the content purpose. What are the contents of this training session? How to set up training facilities, training equipment and tools, training facilities. How to set up the training facilities, like the training equipment and tools, like the training facilities, training equipment and tools. Example, like a room space appropriate to the style of delivery, data projector and laptop computer and speakers, projection screen, flip charts with markers, whiteboards and whiteboard markers, trainer manual, learner handbook or workbook, and any other learning materials and resources. Other equipment specified in session plans. Competency based curriculum documents and learning materials. So what are the things or what are the documents need to match the candidate's expectation or candidate's needs? That is a competency based. Specific resources, equipment and support services available for learners with special needs. If there is any special needs required by the candidates or learners, the specific resource or equipment, support service always be available on time. Assessment and risk control measures relating to the facilitation of group based learning. Policies and procedures relevant to the learning environment. So the policies and procedures relevant to the learning environment. How to create and modify session plans. So how to modify the session plans and how to create it. Prescribed and standard session plan template. So we have to create the proper template or handouts, notes, the prescribed to the candidates, so they can learn, they can understand properly. Then we have the generic skills. Users individual on the job needs to know how to modify session plans in predefined template in line with training materials and job requirements. So the modify session plans. So the session plans must be modified via predefined template in line with training materials and job requirements. Write emails to interact with design team, seniors and other stakeholders. So you have to write email with interact with the design team, seniors or other stakeholders. Read and interpret training related documentation. So you have to create the things with the training related. Receive and ask for clarification from content development team and seniors on the job requirement. Any clarification, if anyone want to know how to clarify it and how to do it with the content develop team or and seniors on the job requirement. Coordinate with the training coordinator, design team, vendors, housekeeping staff, etc. during the course of work in a polite, clear and in a language understandable to the team. To coordinate with the coordinator, design team, vendors, housekeeping staff, any other staff which can help you to modify your things currently with a clear, polite language and understandable language. Work effectively as a team member to cultivate collaborative and participative work relationship. So you have to work effectively as a team member, as a core member, so you can easily collaborate or link with your participative work and maintain a healthy relationship between your team. Conceptualize learning materials to meet the needs of the specific learner groups. So you have to prepare a context the things to the material, the contextual learning material that can be meet the needs of the learner groups. Plan and organize own work. So trainers should have plan and organize their own work, how to do it. Plan a session in line with training program requirements and local constraints, resources and learner requirements. Plan a session in line with the training program requirements and local constraints, local risks. So they can easily rectify it, overcome it and easily meet the learners requirements. Ensure the environment is conducive to learners' need and is safe and hygienic. So you have to ensure that the environment is totally friendly and it can be betterment for learners, so they can easily habituated with that place and easily study the things. Application of problem solving skills that require negotiations to resolve problems of a difficult nature within organization protocol. So the application of problem solving skill that require negotiation to resolve problem in a difficult nature. So you have to apply your analytical cognitive skills to negotiate with the people during the difficult time within the organization in respect of organization protocols. Analyze learners' data to identify possible customization required in learning and environment and materials. Identify the parts of the learning materials which are not conducive to local arrangements and learners' requirement. Identify the parts of learning material which are not conducive to local arrangements. Discuss with seniors and design team to customize as per the requirements. So always make a liaison with your senior teams, senior or design teams, so you can it will be helpful for you to train the candidates very effectively.